Welcome back to Bountiful Gardens. The weather is finally starting to warm up, and some of the best blooms of the year are bursting once again. Spring is a spectacular time to get out in the garden and take in the beauty of the natural world around us. And when it comes to beauty, it doesn't get much better than flowering trees. This week, we're going to be taking a look at 3 different kinds of trees you can plant now for early season splendor: cherries, magnolias, and redbuds. So let's dive into these awesome blossoms. Ornamental cherries are a beautiful specimen plant to have in your landscape in early spring. They range in sizes from about 15 feet tall to 30 feet tall at maturity, though some can be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. They mostly come in shades of whites and pinks. They prefer full sun, though can handle partial sunlight, and do best in average to moist, well-draining soils. Cherries are great as a specimen plant, meaning they stand alone well in the landscape due to their burst of beautiful color in the springtime. Cherries can also be planted in masses, such as alleys along driveways or roadways, or in groups in pastoral settings. In general, cherries are blooming in late March into early May. Some of our early blooming varieties are Yoshino, as well as Weeping Snow Fountain. Some of the ones you see blooming right now are Kwanzan and Flagpole cherries.
My absolute favorite out of the flowering cherries is going to be the Kwanzan, or Kanzan. Both names are used interchangeably, but Kanzan is technically the more accurate spelling. These trees were created as a result of selective breeding all the way back in the Edo period in Japan, and were given as a gift to the United States in 1912 by the mayor of Tokyo. These are the famous trees that you'll see all around the basin in Washington, D.C., and all over Central Park. Notably, compared to the Yoshino cherry, which flowers early without any leaves, the Kwanzan flowers just a little bit later and produces both its flowers and leaves at the same time, giving you a beautiful combination of green and pink.
The petals from flowering cherry trees are edible and are commonly used to make a tea, traditionally called sakura tea. It's one that helps to bring you peace. So take yourself over to a cherry tree, get some petals, and add some calm to your day.
No matter what variety of cherry tree you choose, you'll be enjoying yearly bursts of spring color for decades to come. Now, all these flowering cherries we discussed are ornamental varieties that don't produce edible fruit. However, if you're looking to start a food forest, we're happy and excited to let you know that we've expanded our selections of fruit-bearing plants from cherries, apples, nectarines, plums, and so many more. Additionally, if you're looking to plant native, we also carry black cherry, which, second to oaks, supports the largest amount of wildlife species in all of North America. Up next is a fragrant, flowering wonder for any spring garden, boasting big old blooms. Let's learn about magnolias. Magnolias come in a wide range of colors and sizes, including pinks, purples, whites, and even yellows. There are some that are evergreen, like our southern magnolia here, as well as our deciduous varieties that give you a big pop of yellow in the fall, including star magnolia and saucer magnolia. Similar to cherry trees, they prefer moist to average, well-draining soil and get about 15 to 30 feet tall depending on the variety. They prefer full sunlight, though can thrive in partial sunlight. Magnolias make a great feature plant, working as an anchor in any kind of landscape. Some magnolias are known for their beautiful lemony to vanilla fragrance, such as the sweet bay magnolia and southern magnolia. However, there are others such as the star and saucer magnolia that are a little less fragrant but still have a great pop in your landscape.
Not only are magnolias a great food source for pollinating beetles, many of the flowers are actually edible to us as well. They have a flavor that's comparable to ginger crossed with cardamom. They usually work best when sliced really thinly and added to a chopped salad, like maybe some carrots and cucumber with a little dash of ginger and soy sauce. They're delicious and refreshing.
Magnolias evolved on Earth approximately 95 million years ago, and that predates the existence of bees. So these prehistoric beauties used to be pollinated by beetles.
Magnolias are some of the first and finest flowers of spring, and you can find an abundance of varieties right here at Bountiful Gardens. Closing out this week's tree tour is one of our native species with beautiful heart-shaped leaves and some of the most unique flowers you'll ever find. Let me introduce you to Eastern Redbud. Redbuds come in a wide variety of shapes and colors, ranging from yellow, red, purple, green, even orange leaves. They typically flower in mid-April, going to mid-May, and they have a beautiful pink-purple flower that comes right on the bark even before the leaves pop out. They range in different sizes from about 8 feet tall all the way up to 25 feet tall and get about the same size in width. They do best in full sun, however, can handle partial sun or even dappled shade. You do need to make sure you water them well to establish them. However, upon establishment, they're extremely drought tolerant. A cool fun fact about redbuds is that they're in the Fabaceae or pea family. And what this means is they take nitrogen that's in the air, fix it into a usable form by other plants, put it into the ground, and help the grass around it get even greener. Redbuds typically like to stretch out wide because they get a big, beautiful canopy. So they do best a little bit away from the house so they can get that beautiful natural shape. Another fun fact about redbuds is they're relied upon heavily by early flying bees, as they're one of the first flower sources that they feed on when they emerge from their winter slumber.
As Dan was saying, redbuds are a member of the pea family, so not only are they great nitrogen fixers, they're actually fully edible as well. You can pop these flowers onto a salad for a nice light sprinkling of fresh flavor, or you can even use them as a substitute for capers if you pickle them and store them in a jar. Capers aren't my favorite, but I definitely prefer a salad with these in there.
As Ike said, when the redbud blooms in spring, their edible blossoms are a great snack for humans. And when we're going into the fall, their seed pods are a great snack for our birds. Another thing that makes redbuds a great fit for our area is that they tolerate our clay soils exceedingly well.
With its bright spring blooms and soft rounded leaves, redbuds make a peaceful and productive addition to any landscape. The blooms are just getting started here at Bountiful Gardens, and we have more incredible plants coming in every day. So come on down and bring your garden to life today. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to give us a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the amazing content we've got lined up for you this spring. Thanks so much for watching. Happy gardening!